Can you guys hear me? Doing a little mic check, guys. Can you guys hear me? Put a yes if you can. Yes? Okay, perfect. All right. Yeah, I was talking on mute. All right. We'll get started in a couple of minutes, guys. So quite a day, and it's kind of annoying to see Spice still kind of holding despite our failure here. But yeah, let's get it today. It's going to be a good session to review some charts, answer some Q&A, and prepare for the rest of the week. Smash that like button, guys. Smash the like button. Smash the subscribe button. Let's keep it. Let's get this stream popping. Good evening. I first said good morning. I'm a creature of habit. Every day I hop on live and I say good morning. I hopped on the stream. Thankfully, I was on mute. Of course, welcome Sue. Welcome Eric. Welcome everyone. We'll get started soon. I'm just gonna give it a few more minutes. It's just on 7 o'clock. Oh man, my charts look, as long as I can understand it, I think I remove some levels here. Stone Chaser has asked the question, hey Rav, use Robinhood to copy a day trade. Somehow your option orders don't fill to exit a position. In times I lose, my loss is bigger, so it's because of volatility, or is it because of the platform? I mean, it's kind of both. The thing is, I am first exiting, and then you guys are following, right? So if I take a 5% loss, give or take, you are going to take a 7 or 8% loss, right? It is just part of the business, and Robinhood platform does not help it because you got to go through 2 or 3 screens before you get out. And for trading quick moving contracts, right, you need to sell quickly. And platform does play a part, but also you need to, if I usually mention, you can tell you guys my stop loss, right? So it's not like I'm just blindly saying I'm out, right? I usually tell you guys stop loss. I don't let any of my trade go to stop loss. Sometimes, especially the last few weeks, most of the trades that I get in, even if I get out, right? Today I took Apple one $10 loss per contract, which is like less than 2% or 1%. And then what else did I stop out of? I didn't stop out of anything else, right? Everything else was a winner, right? And even Apple trade that I stopped out of, I re-entered and I made close to 35-40% on that. Okay. The thing is, that's what I'm going to talk about today. The current market, right? I know, like ideally, we'd want to get one entry and then just hold it and then take profit at 100%, right? That's our dream. Unfortunately, the market's not going to be like that all year. I keep having to tell you guys, right? If you keep waiting, if you don't trade, right? Like if you waiting for that ultimate setup, you don't know if it's going to be the ultimate setup unless you actually take that trade, right? Now, at the open especially, what's going to happen is you're going to see a lot of games coming in the market. So sometimes you may just get like those rocket moves upside and downside, like Apple yesterday was just straight up free fall. We got in that trade. And sometimes you may go through some games, right? Especially if your trigger you're scared to pull the trigger, right? Which is very common among newer traders. And honestly, I don't blame anyone for being a little patient at the open. But if you were too patient, wait for confirmation, direction, you're not going to be able to take a lot of trades, and you're going to miss out on big moves. Any moves that you take is probably going to just give you 10% trade, 15% trade. And I'm going to be completely honest, as someone who's been signaling for a while, you guys don't like those 10%, 15% trades, and neither do I, so I don't blame you, right? So what you guys end up doing is, even after an admin sells or I sell or whoever sells, you guys keep holding on to the same trade, hoping that it'll go in your favor. And sometimes that ends up working, and sometimes it doesn't work, right? And when it doesn't work, you take a big loss. And this kind of market where direction is still TBD. So today, if you guys remember, there were some bullish plays, some bearish plays. So I went long on Apple. I kept long in that 273.50. Yesterday, same area, 273. And then it eventually took it like 2 times for like 18-20%. And then the last time I did, it went close to 40%. But Apple did fail after that, and it went back under. right? So you are going to find some bullish plays, some bearish plays. The way I've dealt with markets like this and what I've learned, my lesson is that you have to take what you can get at the open. The first hour or two, I like to call it the cushion building time. Okay, I like to take. Sometimes you will get those big wins right away, 30%, 40%, 50%, maybe even 100%. Sometimes you may just get 20% and trail out break even or a green, whatever, like we did today. What it does is it helps you build a cushion. Let's say you trade with, I don't know, $2,000 size or $3,000 size, and you make like 200, 300, 400 every trade, right? So if you take 4 or 5 good trades, you're up 2K on the day. Then eventually, if you get a read right like we did on SPY, which is essentially the high of the day, you guys can see here, this is where I shot at SPY here, right? And we had a retest here too. If you guys remember, I said that 695.50 failure. You guys see where the candle closed here, hourly candle closes, right? 695.50 on the chart. None of the candles closed. So this again was another entry here. This entry did a lot more numbers, right? So if you already have a good cushion, you can make a lot more money with tight risk. It's easier to trade with when you're green than when you're red, right? And those, whatever you're up, right? Let's say you're up 2K, 2K day can easily turn into a 5K day, even if you're trading small position size, if you keep accumulating those wins. Now, what a lot of people do, they signal a trade. Today, it would have worked, right? Today, if you get in any trade that I signal, because I got Apple longs around 273, it would have worked as long as you had trail stops. Meta shot at highs. Again, you could have made money on that several times, same level. And then SPY shots, same levels, right? Even if you didn't sell with me, as long as you kept holding, you could have made like a bigger percentage because it kept making new lows, right? So but another day you enter the trade. Yesterday, for example, I shorted SPY 691.50 at the open for the first shot, and I made 35% on 1DTEs. And once I did that, remember, if you guys remember yesterday, instead of taking Meta longs, I took Apple longs. That was like my 13th reason yesterday. And I kept making like 10%, 15% trades. In fact, if I did Meta, I would have made like 200% on that. But you have to learn to take profits at least the first 2 quarters, right? You have to be nimble, you have to take profits. I can easily just call 1 or 2 trades at the open and say, hey guys, I'm done for the day, and like be all cool, but like it's just not going to work, right? Even I'm not done for the day. I'm barely up on the day. I made a couple $100 right after the first few trades. I'm not done for the day. So you keep having to trade more and more to make up for it. Now you may ask me a question, Andra, why is that? Why is this market different? Last year or the year before, you would have signaled one trade and that trade would have just caught the trend. You could have caught bottom tick or top tick. That's how you trade. Why don't you trade like that? I am trading like that. I am still trading the same way that I always trade. Try to top tick stuff, bottom tick stuff, try to catch swing lows, swing highs. It's just that when I top tick something, I'll go to the 5-minute chart. You guys can see this, right? So this is where I entered, right? The first trade. And it came back down. I would have allowed it to just keep going, but it didn't, right? Actually, yeah, this is where I took it. And then it came back up. Now, this time around, I told you guys, I'm not going to sell as long as this level holds, and it did hold. So we came back down again up, again down, and then I trailed out, right? So how many minutes is this? This is literally 1 hour of price action. And then eventually we came back down here and started chopping, right? So you are not getting that free-flowing moves in the market, and you won't get it every single day because market does not have enough participants. Okay, this is my main topic today. Okay, pay attention, guys. Smash the like button, add some subscribes. Appreciate it, guys. And I'll give you some real sauce. Please pay attention. No one's going to tell you all this. Okay, and okay, pay attention. Okay, welcome in, guys, if you're just joining. So the problem with the market right now are markets like this, right? Last 2 years, markets just pretty much just straight up, straight down, clean moves, clean action, clean volume, clean holds. Everyone could have made money. Anyone, I don't know any single person that's not like green, right? If you are, like, I'm sorry, but like it's easy, right? Your long term's up, crypto's up, like leaps are up, swings are up, everything's up, right? Interest rates are down, money is easier to borrow, so like you should be up, right? And it's just that kind of market, you're coming in from that kind of market to a market like this where it's pretty much just tapped out. Everyone that has long term has trailing stops that are sitting way below, right? And anyone that's buying here is just a weak buyer, right? They're not like really buying. So why is the market at high? Why do we keep pushing high? Because shorts are shorting, right? They can see the valuation. Man, we've dropped up, we've got up a lot. We don't have a lot more room to go. So they keep shorting, not from here, from 650 onwards. 650 is a big pivotal area in the market. So literally we're 40 points higher than that, right? So this little range that we've developed, 650 to 670, and then 670, 685, 685 to right now at 690, 695. We don't have a lot of participants in the markets. As a result, what happens? Look at this volume here. Subpar action, subpar volume. Volume is 65 million. Average volume 30-day period is 80 million, right? 65 million. That is on the S&P 500, right? This is very subpar. You're not going to get. Why? Because even though the ranges are 96 to 93, okay, 96 to what 91, that is 96.50. That's almost like $5-6 range. $5-6 range in SPY the whole day, and we still can't even make your average volume. Not a lot of people are buying. Not a lot of participants are there. Anytime we go up, we get shorted sometimes. It's a range. Every time we go down, market makers don't want free flowing moves because there's not a lot of this area is not yet consolidated. So what they're going to do is they're going to keep prices here. Market, when I say they, I'm talking about market makers. They're going to keep prices here. They're going to get a lot of people exposed in these areas, right? Meaning people who want to get in the stock market, those funds, PF funds, and everything, right? Like you have all those people who are investing in long terms, right? They're all going to get in, and in these areas, you are going to get a lot of exposure in these areas. And as they get more and more exposures, you have to create exit liquidity because the big players can slowly exit. Okay. Now, I personally think they're going to expose even higher than 700 before they eventually drop. But once these weak buyers get in these areas, eventually when they sell, these guys are going to have to stop out, right? So when they stop out, it will create more free flowing, high volume moves downside. Okay. So it's like stairs up, elevator down action was going to happen soon, but it will happen when no one expects it because there's a lot of shots. Whenever we have like a nice double top or anything obvious, right, you're going to get a lot of short pressure. The longer we consolidate and respect singular levels, we're going to get a lot of short pressures built. When short pressures get built, if there's not enough consolidation that's happening underside and then the downside, we are going to rip down, trap them more, and then rip higher. Okay, this cycle will keep repeating over and over again. That's why we see these zigzag movements every day in the market. This happens in longer time frame, but this happens every single day for liquidity generation. Okay. Now, if you guys don't know how to read the tape, if you guys don't know, understand these concepts, right, like market making concepts, you are going to unfortunately fall victim to, like overholding positions and whatnot. Now, don't get me wrong. The market will one of these days, let's say there's 5 trading days a week, maybe 1 day or 2 day a week, right? They're going to give you like brilliant action. You're going to see someone post 1000%, right? Or 5500%, right? Maybe AMD makes like a 300% move. Tesla makes a 300% move, right? You are going to see those big moves happen once in a while. They'll sell you the dream, right? And the next day you'll come doing the same thing and get your ass absolutely handed to you. How many of you have done that? You see price action you missed out on the previous day. Next day you come and do something crazy and then get absolutely like brutally assaulted by the market, right? It's happened to all of us, right? Be honest, right? It's happened. It happens to everyone. You think yesterday's price action is today's price action? It's just not going to be. My advice to you, this is the stuff that you got to note down. Expect every day to be a game. Okay, expect every day to be a game. And what I'll advise you is the first, whenever we are trading on live, right, the first hour or two, right, it's going to be the most difficult. Especially, why do you think I put my neck out line and signal a trade within the first 10-15 minutes? Today 8:31 I think I signal Apple, right? Yesterday same thing. I want to get as many momentum trades as I can. Usually I don't never signal these trades to you guys. I just trade on my own, right? If you guys see me signal like 5 trades within the first 15-20 minutes, it's because that's how I trade. This is how I really trade, right? I really try to catch 20% there, 30% there, 20%, 30%, like, and then quickly they'll all add up. I'm not putting crazy sizes on those trades. I'm probably putting like 4K, 5K size on those trades, right? But it's quick moves, right? And I won't hesitate to like sell a lot, hold runners, and then quickly sell and then switch buyers also, because I'm not committed to one way or the other. I took Apple calls, immediately switched to Meta puts, and then sold Meta puts, and then signaled SPY puts, and then got in Meta again, and then got in SPY puts again, right? So you have to keep building your cushion. And once you do, trust me, if you try doing this for the next week or so, especially if you're above PDT, once you do that and you're up good on the day, trade with a little bit of confidence and swag intraday session, because price action's a little bit more clearer. You have a lot more data. Look at this. Once this is done, this is just a classic reversal failure here. What is this pattern? What do you guys call that? The little head and shoulder or whatever, right? Your little have the pattern there, right? So you can easily trade something like that, right? Like if you guys trade those kinds of things, you can make money more easily intraday, having already been green on the day. Now, if you're going to be one of those traders, be like, oh, nothing meets my standard, I'm going to be patient, I'm going to wait for the super high quality setup, you're just going to be watching the market, right? You're going to be watching the market, you're not going to be taking the trade. Intraday, they'll chop you out like this. You'll probably be chopped out or maybe even in red. If price action's not good, you'll be making 10% trades, 15% trades, or you'll be trading obvious counter trend trades like rejecting or bouncing longer levels, right? You don't want to be doing all those things, right? You don't want to be doing all those things. Market's choppy, it's fine. At least trade when momentum's there, accumulate your gains. And if there is no trend, like there was no trend today, I actually gave up on the session after lunchtime, right? And just call it a day. And tomorrow, now because I say, even though I signaled a lot today, I just watched the market most times. I just took like a few hours. I went to the gym. I washed my car. I did a few things. And then I pretty much just watched how the tape closed today. So I already kind of have an idea what tomorrow is going to be like. And tomorrow I'll have a lot of mental capital. If tomorrow is a big trending day, I have 2 good days in the book. Tomorrow I can go on the attack. Friday we have CPI, so Friday probably I'm going to be chilling the fuck out, right? And so this is kind of how we have to trade, guys, this year. Unfortunately, if you guys don't like, oh man, I just can't enter, I have cash accounts, this and that, please focus on swing trades, or maybe skip the open. Once, maybe if you have 5 trading days or 2 or 3 trading days, you'll have clean trends. Skip the days for the trends not there within the first 2 hours. Come trade the other days, right? You have to watch out for your own account, because I can't. This is how the market's going to be this year. A lot of people, there are thousands of people that follow. Everyone's going to want to be able to take those quick scalps. Okay, if you keep waiting for the trend, you're not going to be able to take those trades. Maybe once or twice a week you can take those trades right at the open, but otherwise you can't. Okay, that's one thing I want to talk about. Let me look at questions for a bit, and then I'll go to watch the spy trades that we did today, the meta trades and the Apple trade. Okay, let me just quickly see the comments. Guys, smash the like button, guys. We have 274 of you here, right? Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. We need to get this stream popping. This is, we need to get like 1,000, 2,000 likes here on this, even though there's only 200 of you in here. Okay? All right. So let's first look at the spy trade here, okay? Let's look at Apple, okay? Let's start with Apple. Apple was what is that? Yesterday, right? Yesterday. So this is Apple from yesterday, okay? So yesterday, this is the area, like I said, guys, they're planning a squeeze, right? I kept saying, okay? They popped it like a few times. We made like 15, 16%. Like I think the first trade was 13%, second trade 16, 17%, and then I trailed out. Honestly, this was a sucky stock selection because I was 1 day early to the trade, okay? This 273 level held, but this was today's level, okay? And then this 270 pivot area worked. I think some of my mentees took those trades, and they popped it to 275 end of day. Now today, what did they do? Same thing, popped it down. The only reason we didn't break out today is because SPY was a selling tape. Okay, I realized the moment, that's why I switched this and I switched to meta puts. I closed Apple and I said, fuck this, it's not going to go today. And I switched bias to trading meta puts the second time around, and 2 signals of SPY puts. Okay, now tomorrow, I'll give you guys a sure shot money trade. If market somehow holds, okay, again, it's all in if and else. We break this 275 tomorrow, I think we're going to go higher, okay? So tomorrow, same pivot applies, 273. Actually, not tomorrow, it's not 273. 274 has to hold tomorrow, okay? So if somehow 274 holds, this is going to be your trigger tomorrow. And you can use this as your base for entry. Again, I'm going to signal it, so don't worry. If I don't like what I see in the tape, I won't. But tomorrow we can take 275. I think we are going to probably like 278, 276. I think this is all low volume node area. Yeah, look at this. This is all low volume node area, so I'm probably going to go to 278 straight up. Like 3 deltas. So 3 deltas, 50, 60% return. No, maybe even more because it's a Wednesday contract. Okay? So this is the idea for tomorrow. I'm just giving it to you straight away. With this, 290 of you. If they're a group chat owner here, you're welcome, man. I just gave you an idea. Okay? Make your people some money. All right, what else? Spy. SPY pretty much I just used the tape, guys. We just broke out. There was just not a lot of buying here, and it was wishy-washy. Apple, which looked the strongest name, couldn't break out, so there was literally nothing that was going on in the market. Even Meta, I was trying to short, right? So I pretty much this was the easiest read for me today, right? I was just waiting for failures. Remember, if you guys remember, 696.50. 696.50. Who remembers this? I gave you guys this level when we were there, right? Is that 696.50? Is a level where we will potentially get like failures, and we did. And when they did, buyers were not in the tape, and pretty much just shorted. First time here, second time here. I think I had two entries, right? Two entries on SPY, and yeah, pretty much a good trading session today. I think SPY did like 50% ish on this trade on 1DT. That was a funny comment. I just saw a funny comment. Yeah, that's pretty much it. SPY tomorrow again. We have to get above this level. Tomorrow we get above this level. I think we'll see 700. My thing is I don't know what CPI is going to be, and I don't like predictions, right? I don't like predictions. But if I were a betting man, I would say they would take it up close to the 700, sell all those calls over there for hot ass calls, and then they'll kind of dump it, right? So maybe something like that would happen, but we are so close, and all of these areas are so thinly traded. Tomorrow, there are certain names that demand, certain names that supply, so it really is a win-win. So if I go to the economic calendar, you got employment rate, hourly wages. Like I don't care about any of these things. That before market open. So during the session, there's one Fed speaker, right? So this is I don't know. Let them do whatever they want, right? But you'll see. I don't trade like data and stuff like that. Like, I don't care. I'll just trade price action. So it's whatever they do, we'll see if there's some reaction. Thursday, jobless claims. Okay, that is important. That's also before market open. Home sales is there. This Friday is the big one. Okay, CPI, revenue core. All of this is super important, and we'll see. Especially after jobs, I want to see what CPI's read is like, right? So we'll see. We'll see what it is. But Friday, big day, end of the week. Make your hopefully you guys are green and getting some cushion already. Tomorrow I think could be a good day considering today was choppy, and then Thursday could be tricky because Friday CPI. Be transparent about your biggest loss. I've lost big, man. There's a lot of losses like that. I'm trying to forget all that. Don't remember me. It's a big loss, big number. Like Trump says, big numbers. Okay, just remember. Okay, it's okay. Don't worry about losses. All the trading losses, big losses that I've done are all personal trades where I've fucking hung up on shit, and that's how I do. In fact, when I trade with you guys, I trade the most disciplined, right? I trade very disciplined when I'm on live because I literally do sell. I follow stop losses. I'm like the perfect trader. The moment I leave live, that's when a degeneracy happens. Because think about it. When I signal to you guys, I don't give a fuck. I signal 5, 6, 7 trades every day, right? So what do you think happens when I trade for myself? I fucking take more and more trades. I'm trying. That's only because of the market, though. I am reducing size. I keep having to do personal therapy sessions to, justify my actions. But you know, everyone takes losses. Anyone that says there's not taking losses, it's just lying. This market, it's not about everyone loses. I lose too. You guys see me lose, but I'm very good at losing. Right? I don't lose big. Right? I lose 5%, 10%, and when I'm not sure about something, I would rather get out and get back in. I know it pisses you guys off, some of you. Right? Oh, why did he get out? It's like, dude, I don't give a fuck. I'll get out if I don't like price action because I'll go back in if I like what I see, right? This is how trading should be. This if you go to a trading floor, you don't have to hang up. If I have an idea, if I think Apple is bullish and I take Apple, but if I see something that says that hey, your bullish read is wrong today, the market is bearish, I'm not going to be hung up on my OG read, right? My original read. Good traders, great traders, best traders are okay to admit, okay, my initial informational read was wrong. I'm switching bias. Okay, if big good traders, if the traders that are experienced are okay with that, right? With okay, and they are very humble enough to just switch biases, you guys should be able to too. Okay, this is a learning point for you guys because the easier the easier you are with your own positional trades and positional biases, the easier it is for you to stop out of trades. Okay, be a good loser, guys. Be a good loser. I will give you. I'll tell you one secret cheat code. Okay, this is one thing that helped me improve my trading. Okay, who take notes? Go back to your past performance. Okay, your 2025, 2024 performance, 2023 performance. Okay, go review all your trades. Go review all your trades, and see what your P&L is and see where you've lost money. Okay, I guarantee you, I will put even money on it, right? Most of your losses, the big chunks of like reds that you see, right, which affected your year-end P&L, are going to be focused on select few trades, maybe one trade a month, two trades a month, three trade a month, right? Those big losses that you take are the ones that's taking a big hit and impact on your year-end P&L. Okay, so for example, if you make 2k a day on average, your big losses probably be like 3 for 6k, 7k, 8k, maybe even 10k, right? Where you just like completely went crazy, average down, broke stop losses, got the directional read wrong, and you do all those things. I guarantee you, don't lie to me, because this is how most people are. You get into a winning run, and you get cocky. You keep averaging down. You are going to get into a big. You're gonna get big in your head, and then you lose weeks worth of profits, days worth of profits, months worth of profits, or even blow your account. Okay. So what is the solution to that? Because I used to do that too. Maybe not to that extent, but I used to do that too, right? And what I understood was, it's not about just winning, right? This is something that I've learned like maybe 6 7 years ago. It's not just about winning. Anyone can make money when the market's good. When the market's bad, when direction shifts over and over, can you be nimble enough to just admit you're wrong and quickly get out of your position for a small loss? Because if you can get out of for a small loss, those big losses that you used to take in your P&L, right? Get out for the normal loss. Instead of if you have a 2k average profit, let's say you get out for $1,000 loss, right? For a small loss, I guarantee you, if you're a good trader, you win a lot. When you lose, you control your losses. Your year-end P&L will be 2x, 3x more than what it actually is right now. Okay. Now today you might be mad at me for taking a 5% loss. Man, Unraveller sold for a $10 loss in contract. The thing is, even when I sell, sometimes the trade ends up working out, right? But be very, very particular about your losses. The thing is, when I enter a trade, I trust my timing that it should work immediately. If it's gonna go, it'll go. That's why I keep saying that. Now, if it doesn't go, that means that I've got usually the read wrong. Okay, and I am very, very humble enough to be like, guys, I'm getting out. I don't care if my stop loss may be 50 cents away, but if I feel like I'm wrong, I'll get out for a small loss. Okay, I've been doing this kind of stop loss strategy for the last, I'd say, 3 years per se, 3 years, 3.5 years, and it's made a big difference to my year-end P&L. My trading has improved like crazy, right? I'm a much better trader than I am about maybe 4 5 years ago, right? So you have to be quick on your feet to admit that you're wrong and switch. Just accept your stop loss, right? Start doing this, and winning trades, when it goes in your favor, start taking trails. Move your trail stops as it goes. You don't have to sell. You don't have to take trims. To be honest, my own contracts, you guys know this. My people who follow me know this. I don't fucking take 10% trims. Like I'm not gonna trade like a pussy, right? I'm not gonna trade like a pussy, right? I let it go to my thing, and then I'll move trail stops, and then I'll take profits. I usually hold it for my targets, right? So today the same thing, 694ish area. That's when I started taking trim on SPY here, right? So you have to start trading like that. The only way you can be confident enough to trade like that is by taking a lot of scalps, getting a lot of wins, building a cushion, and then your trading will improve. Okay, does that make sense, guys? So follow your stop losses as much as you can. I know sometimes you fall beyond stop losses and it works, but market always rewards bad trading, bad behavior, and they'll get you one day. Okay, so don't ever trust the market and think that you have lady luck on your side or anything like that, because trust me, like when it really matters, it won't work that way. Okay, just be very careful. Again, this is just you against the market. You can always stop out. No one's going to watch you. If I stop out of a trade, there'll be like 2 or 3 guys, the same guys who will always troll me in the chat, right? That's why I don't read the chat. It's like low IQ, like purely just like trolling, right? But you have to be accountable for your own account. Take small stops. If you have problem with setting stop losses, I'll give you another advice. If your average trade you make 20%, 15%, your average loss shouldn't be more than that. Okay, as simple as that. Because most of you are going to have like 70, 80%, 90% win rate, because I'm sure you guys are making a lot of good trades because you know technical analysis, right? But you are most likely not following your stop losses. So I will say it's a given reference. If you don't know when you're wrong on a trade, if you have to be down more than 20% on a trade for it to be right, then your strategy likely sucks, or entry sucks, or you're likely wrong. Okay, so Don't let any loss be more than 20%. And as long as you follow that, I think you'll be fine, because like, what's the worst case? Most trades you may win if you make 20% plus on your winning trades. You can't lose more than 20, right? All right, so that is SPY. That was a long pep talk, but we've covered market this year, how the market's working this year. We've covered some Apple, SPY. We've talked about stop losses. Let's talk about Meta. Meta. What an idiot I was yesterday. I took first trade. First trade was fine. First trade. This is when I got the tape confirmation read. So because SPY was selling, this thing did like what 20-30% on this, and then I was. This is where I longed. I actually mentioned it also. I'm so frustrated, man. So frustrated. I didn't signal this yesterday. Yeah, they were so good. Honestly, look at the squeeze here. This is the squeeze I expected on Apple, but maybe tomorrow we'll get this on Apple. Okay. Meta. The thing is, I caught this. I felt so guilty. I felt so guilty because I didn't hold it all the way, but I caught this move back to highs, and contracts are just ripping through, and I was like, damn, I should have signaled this because I was signaling Apple. It was so funny. But today we caught a shot. It's nothing crazy. This is the pivotal area from the previous day. You guys can see this here test here. This is the test they kept wicking and overing, and once he popped up and failed, I just shorted this over and over. The same areas, to be honest, if I needed to widen this box. I didn't take this shot here, but this was also another shot that would have worked here, right? So if I was like to extend this, there. This is the shot here on Meta today. So tomorrow, the 660 to the 667 area will be a test this area. We'll see what happens in this area. So if market is going to go, this is an area they might tap in for more liquidity. If this doesn't hold, Meta capitulates. Okay. Again, don't play with Meta. Okay, don't play with Meta, because if you are wrong, be quick. If you don't know how to trade this, be very careful, because look at this. Post earnings, I took one long here. I think this is the only long I signaled, and after that everything was a short. This is dangerous. Okay, this is very dangerous. If you don't know how to read the tape, if you get in on the wrong levels, if you get in, there is no coming back from this. Okay, if you're wrong, you are going to be wrong by like a lot of dollars. This beta moves a lot, right? So last week it was 740. This week it was 640. $100 move in a week. So don't. You got to be very careful with your stops on Meta. And honestly, if you're a small account, I would stay away from it. Okay. So yeah, tomorrow 66667, we'll see what happens. If market's bullish, maybe we get a retry and take over this 676 to push into 680 plus. These are the only levels I have: 676, 680, 684, and beyond that, you can kind of go up and see 684, 684, 690, 706, 707, 714. There's a lot of gaps here. So these gaps that you see here are going to be momentum areas. So big levels, big moves are going to happen. So this right now, it's kind of a battle here, but soon enough we're going to know. Okay? There is not going to be a quick tape rate tutorial. Guys, if you want to learn tape trading, if you want to learn more about my strategy, my stock selection, the way I think about market, you can apply for the mentorship. You have the link here in the chat, in my description. I don't take a lot of students. Currently there is a batch going on. Maybe I'll do one next month, maybe, because I want to take a break for summer. So maybe I'll do one next month or the month after. Okay, if you want to apply, you can. No one's forcing you. It's not cheap. It's $4,000. If you want to apply, you can. I will review applications, and I'll accept if you meet the criteria. Okay. If not, again, like I always say this, you don't need tape reading to be successful, but it definitely does help, and I am proof for that. Okay. All right. Let's look at some more charts, guys. I wanted to talk about Tesla. After Tesla's chart, I will do questions. Okay. And then we can wrap it. It's already 6:30, 7:30 here. All right, this is a beautiful chart here on Tesla. Again, very clean. If you guys remember, this is an area where I kind of long this. This was one long spot I did on Tesla. I think this was a short trade. I don't believe what it was. This was, oh yeah, this was that day there. It kind of capitulated. The 615 broke. Okay, this was a big short day, and then we kind of like basically double bottom and reclaimed here. Okay, this was Tesla. Now we're uptrending back again. So this move has been erased. Tesla looks bullish for now. My bet is they're probably going to, if SPY can cooperate, they're going to get rid of this gap play tomorrow. Okay, 430. The 430 breaks, there's a good chance we push into 440, which is where the games will start. Okay, now don't worry about the lines. I know my chart's not pretty right now, but I can remove the drawings for you guys. Okay, So this is the area that they might going to play games. Okay, so tomorrow it all depends on market direction, but it's 420 they held it today. So 420, if they lose it, there could be a liquidity grab into 418. But 418, as long as it holds and they reclaim 420, there's a chance for a nice dip entry buy. Okay, I will be watching, but I'm not promising to signal like Apple. Okay, because there's a lot of exposure in these areas, and I don't like it. Today, a lot of people are trading Tesla, and they got exposed in the 427 level. Remember on live I said 427 Tesla is going to sell. They couldn't get above. They didn't going to get above, and then they just like started selling here, right here. This area here. You guys can see this, right? They first sold here and then they sold here again. They're kind of bagging a lot of people here. Okay, so if they're bagging a lot of people here, that means a lot of longs are thinking, oh, Tesla's going to squeeze and they're entering. So 420 breaks, technically these longs can stop out, which could potentially lead to a big downside move. But this 418 area is big. Okay, this 418 area is big. I'm going to draw a little line for you here, this area here. Now if they can somehow hold this level, right? Today, oh man, I didn't realize today's low was 417. All right, fuck. Okay, I don't know, not anymore. Okay, I didn't think for this today this was today's low. It changes things. Okay, but anyway, let's see. Tomorrow, 420 fails. There's a chance they could bounce off of this 417, 418, and if they do and do a reclaim, chance that they could save the trend for tomorrow. Now, if they go ahead and just break 430 without consolidation, there is a gap fill play until at least 434. Okay. 434 is again I have to go to the 1 hour chart. Yeah, this is a level here. There is a level here, 434ish area, and then 440. These are the three levels here. Okay, I'll let you know, guys. So I don't want to say anything because this is bidirectional trade idea. So whenever a chart's like this, my instinct's telling me, okay, this is not bullish, right? This is not bullish. So actually, I'm leaning more bearish now than bullish, right? So tomorrow we'll have to see how price reacts around this 420 and 418. 420, 418, bulls feel like they're getting bagged, then we could take a short side trade. Okay. All right, guys, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, guys. Come on. I feel like today I'm begging the market to move, and I'm begging you guys to like and subscribe. It's just funny, circle of life. But this is a bidirectional trade, guys. Honestly, won't you guys want to take short on Tesla? Look at this. It's so obviously they're liquidating, and this looks like a reversal on trend. If they break this, trend breaks again, and everyone fucking quickly sells, and we got jump to $10 quickly, right? Last short side trade will be much nice, especially on SPY also. Okay, so we shall wait and see. Upside looks nice too. 420. Today's high breaks 430, 434, 440. Three levels. All right. What else is there? I haven't traded Netflix yet, so I don't want to talk about Netflix. Apple I covered. Nvidia maybe. Nvidia and AMD. Yeah, this is a shit chart. Let's not even talk about it. AMD is nice. Nvidia is shit. Nvidia, I haven't shown signal to Nvidia. If you guys remember, I'll check in the chat. AMD is kind of nice. AMD broke down today. If you remember, Brett was watching this. I think 215. Yeah, 215. He was watching it. It looked like. I don't remember. 215 was he watching it? 215 or 216? I had this to 17 level. This is the pre-market fail here. But it was also a nice fade here. Tomorrow, this is squeeze potential. Okay. Tomorrow this is squeeze potential because they kind of overplayed their hand here. They built up liquidity. So tomorrow if they take out this, they could potentially run into 220. Based on yesterday chips were strong, today chips are weak. So tomorrow maybe chips are strong again. Someone said I need more lines. Yeah, man. That's what she said. Oh, man. You guys are funny. Any other questions, guys? Oracle. Oh man, Oracle. I wanted to get in a swing trade entry, but Aristotle already had exposure, so that actually ended up going well. If it gets another pullback into the Fibboy area, I'll signal an entry. Okay. I just wanted a little lower. All right. It's just kind of rallied. Last week I made that big claim that I'm going to do it. I should have just entered. I didn't want to enter on a Friday, but I should have just done it because this would have been a nice entry here. Look at this. I don't have a level here, but look at this. This is the previous day thing that they kind of these are the few levels that they have. Should have entered it here, but I didn't. So if we get a inverted back into anywhere around here, I'll enter this. Fib boy, I don't calculate the fib boy, but I think it would be around here, right? Let's do a little math. Let's plot the fib, right? Let's do fib boy. See, I'm not that far off. I'm off like what, $1.50. See, said fib boy will be here. See, that's science. Fib boy, fib boy, fib boy. So this is the area, guys. Okay, fib boy, if we get somewhere around this area, we'll get a little starter. And the second area is the close to here, 139. Look at the second fib boy area, right? So this is the golden pocket area. So this area will get our exposure and oracle. Again, I'll buy time so we can get our exposure there. I want long-term exposure also. Do you ever do swings? I do swings. I just don't signal, man. How many things do you want me to do? I'm signal today. I signaled 10-day trades. Yesterday I signaled 10-day trades. If I also take pressure for swings, like how much need you guys want to swing signal, right? Like you guys, people cry for 5%. I just don't said I don't want to do everything myself, right? So I will signal some swings that I like because market is decent, but I won't be signaling like weekly swings like every time, right? I'll signal swings periodically. This oracle I like, and I actually like one more extra setup, and I'm going to personally enter that also. So I'll signal that maybe Thursday. Okay, I will try to signal that Thursday. Okay. Any questions, guys? AMD about 218. Yeah, AMD looks nice. Mr. MY Music. Yeah, AMD looks nice. AMD, that's what I'm saying. Like AMD looks like a squeeze setup if it can get above, right? So maybe there is a setup there. Do you use TOS tape? TOS is good, man. Victor, TOS tape is good. DAS, I do have DAS. Sometimes execute on DAS, sometimes execute on mobile. Honestly, sometimes I just do it on mobile. It's easy, right? It doesn't matter, man. You just need to have your contracts ready and execute. It's not going to make that much of a difference. How do you be confident in finding key pivots on names? 5 minutes, 1 hour. You need multiple time frames, Kimand. And the most important tip I'll give you is screen time, man. I'm not saying screen time after the market hours. So today we got off live like what, 10:30 Central, 11:30 Eastern, right? I took like a half an hour break. I went for like washed my car and hit a workout. But even then, I was watching the market, and then I came back, watched the tape till market close, right? On every name. Like I was trading, but I wasn't taking trades. I do this every day. That's when I plot all of my levels, and I get a hang of it. I get to see where the pressure points are, where key pivots are forming, right? Do you guys think like I come into a session 30 seconds into the market and I'm saying, guys, I'm getting filled? How do you think I do that without preparation? Right? Sometimes you guys think that, oh man, he's just like doing Neo in the Matrix kind of thing, but no, it's all preparation, right? You have to prepare during the day. You have to think about it at night. Yesterday I was thinking about Apple the whole time, even though I would have made more money on Meta. I was so hung up on that trade because that's how perfectionist you gotta be, and kind of like insane also, right? You gotta be kind of like retarded. You kind of have to be like retarded about it in a good way, right? It's just sometimes you gotta be that obsessed to like do stuff. Like right now, I don't even know why the fuck I'm doing YouTube live. I don't know, right? But that's what it takes, you know. But you have to think about the setups. You gotta think about like entries, exits, stop losses, where the opportunities are, kind of all the time, and you'll get better. Right? You'll get better, right? Like I was not this good 7-8 years ago, especially right now. I can honestly say I'll probably spend like half an hour, maybe 15 minutes, 30 20 minutes before market open to see what is happening, right? I don't take 1 hour, 2 hour before the open to do it. I'll probably spend like half an hour before the open, make my coffee, and then just chill, and then come at the open and trade. Okay, so you guys need to be that way as well. Put your time now. You may not see the results now, just like working out, right? But you are going to see the results 6 months from now, 1 year from now, 2 years from now, and then you could do your own YouTube also if you can teach people, right? That's how it is, right? The difference between a good trader and great trader, the margins are like way wide, right? If you're really good at trading, you can kind of gauge how good a trader is just by looking at them, the way they talk, the way they trade, the way they execute, the way they see the market. It's so easy for me to see what a trader's level is, right? So, and I'm not saying I'm the greatest trader or anything like that, right? There are so many people that are better traders than me, but I strive to be one of them, right? I don't want to say that, man, that's a level I can't get to. I want to keep improving, right? You gotta have that competitive spirit, or else you're not gonna be a good trader. It's like sports, okay? So if you want to improve on pivots, just plot levels every day, compare, contrast, back test, keep going it, okay? Um, Smash the like, smash the subscribe, guys. I'll actually try to do Friday pre-market with Brett. Okay, Friday. I've been doing that. I haven't done that in a while. We've had technical issues. So looks like the stream is okay, right? So maybe I'll do Friday pre-market for you guys. I'll hop on with him. We'll pull Brett's leg together. Okay, we'll make fun of him. 6:45. Any other questions, guys? How do you watch every tape? No, I don't watch every tape. I watch 3 tapes, 3 setups. So usually I'll have SPY and whatever 2 charts I'm watching. So today my victims were Apple and Meta, right? I was watching Tesla at the open, but I switched to Apple and Meta, right? And so SPY, Apple, Meta. So I usually watch 3 things at once, and I usually keep an eye on everything. Okay. In fact, I don't watch charts if that makes sense. I only watch the tape. Right, I want to see I know what my levels are, so I'm going to see the reaction at levels to see if they're holding or not, and then I kind of take trades like that. How do you have to? You can set up layouts in Thinkorswim, Cody. Have three chart layout, and then just watch. No, 3 chart layout. So go to your Thinkorswim charts screen, and don't have the charts on. Instead, have the level 2 and the time and sales on. Is 3 setups okay a month? So you need to be able to know how to trade breakouts, breakdowns. You need to be able to know how to take bounces and rejects. You need to be able to take reversal trades off of either major levels, right, or you're using cute reversals intraday, or you also need and you also need to know how to take failures, right, breakout failures, breakdown failures, right. These are the kinds of things you need to know how to do as a day trader. You don't need like 100 different strategies. I don't use patterns on any of those things. Day trading, I just do this. I watch the tape for price action reading, and that's it, right? I use EMAs and VWAP. That's it. No other indicators. Sometimes when key levels are mentioned during live session, so I miss them. Slowing down or repeating would help. Honestly, I speak a lot more quicker on live because I don't want you guys to miss out on anything, right? Unfortunately, you guys got to get faster. That's the thing. I can't slow down, right? This is the thing. That's a level. I'm giving you a level to get to. That's what you need to work to get to. Okay, like slowing down. I noticed that today as well. When you were talking, you guys are so worried about like Brett talking over me and I'm talking over Brett, but we don't give a fuck. When we're trading, we really don't care. I say, Brett, stop. I want to say something. Like we don't care. We're like boys. That's how we talk. Like it's a trading floor. Things are going to sometimes get like annoying, heated, and whatnot, right? You have to learn to read between lines. You have to get what information you want. It's like a market. You want to know what's up. It's like a spy. You're got to understand everything. Okay. And who the fuck is calling me right now? Get out of here. But yeah, that's what it takes. What's your suggestion for trying to get gains you get on 50% trades? Unfortunately, today how many trades did 50%? I think only SPY trade did 50%. Like nothing else did. And to get to that SPY trade, I had to take so many trades, and only it happened at 11 o'clock when that real 50% trade happens. Okay, the market, Jason, I don't know if you joined earlier, but you are sometimes going to get a hot market right off the open where you make 100% in 10 minutes. But because we're at this areas right now, market is going to be choppy, and when it's choppy, I'm not going to say just sit on your hands, because I don't. Just get your 15%, 20% trades, get it like a few times, and it'll all add up. And then eventually, if you get a nice entry and you do 50%, you'll have a good day, great day in that. Okay. Build your cushion a lot. My prediction, after second quarter, market will be easier. Meaning, I think we'll sell off a little bit more, and we are going to get into areas where prices are a little bit more cleaner. Okay, this is just my prediction. This is not investment advice. Don't put your money anywhere. Okay. So be patient for the first 2 quarters. Try to build up cushion. Try to take profits when you can. Keep your stop losses tight, and eventually you're going to get your opportunity. Okay. All right, guys. I think we can call it a day here. I am going to just chill out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. If you guys are interested in the mentorship, link is in the description and in the comments. I will see you guys maybe this Friday for pre-market. Sleep well. I'll see you guys on live tomorrow. Take care, guys. Good night.